Hey, this is Blind Sally. Welcome to Turok Dinosaur Hunter Remaster. We're going to just burn through this game and see how awesome it is. Thanks for joining me. Let's go. Just start the game. So this is how you start the game. Find the hub portals, use the keys, go to new levels. I love the beginning of this level. That monkey's really going. It's really well designed. It shows off all that you need to learn. We see a gun up there. These tokens right here, they're sort of like coins in Super Mario Brothers. You collect 100, you get a new life. You start off with a knife, a bow, and you got an awesome overhead map, which if we use right away, we can easily find the way to that gun. I cannot gush enough about how great this opening section is in terms of just letting the user get in and play around and figure out the gameplay. First obstacle, quite obviously, move forward, climb the cliff, and you're given an enemy. You learn how to kill someone, and boom, right here we're already given a key. These are the things we need to collect. I'll just briefly look around. I won't do this for most areas, but this sort of demonstrates most levels will have branching paths that you cannot get to immediately, so you got to take the one with the button, and we'll find ourselves back at this location. So animals such as deer and big pigs we can shoot for health. And in case we'd forgotten, this is Turok Dinosaur Hunter, so our very first dinosaur. We got guys that throw grenades at us. There are guys that are merely armed with melee weapons, and here we have guys with guns. So it comes at you real rapid fire, but you pick it up quickly. It's very simple. Yeah. There are some purple tokens you may have seen that I did not pick up. They are worth 10 coins, or triangles, or whatever you want to call them. Here we are introduced to our first portals. There are 2 portals per level. They take you to little alternate dimensions. I should say, so Turok Dinosaur Hunter is it's set in the Lost Land. You're not really given much in terms of backstory unless you're reading the comics, the Acclaim comics, the Valiant comics, which they're pretty good. I like them. I would recommend some of them, not all of them, but they flesh out the backstory definitely. So what essentially is happening is the Lost Land, which is this terrible nightmare of a world where everything's sort of volcanic and primordial and broken up into tiny pieces. You can really only get to different parts of the Lost Land through portals, so they're everywhere. There's this guy named the Campaigner. He's not a real nice guy. He's come in to try and take over the Lost Land because within the Lost Land is a device called the Chronoceptor, which is basically a nuclear weapon inside of a staff which can rend holes in the space-time continuum. The masters or ancestors of the Lost Land have broken it into tiny pieces and spread them about to hide it from the Campaigner. And they also I think it was also them, if I'm remembering the comics correctly, who took the keys and spread them around the Lost Land, so that the Campaigner's goons, who we are fighting with the dinosaurs, could not find the Chronoceptor pieces. And they did that until they could get Turok in here to hit the ground running and find all the Chronoceptor pieces before the Campaigner can get them. So what we haven't been told is that we need to find the keys so that we can open up the portals, so that we can check out... here's an example of... there are bottomless chasms all over the Lost Land. This is why there are portals everywhere. So this is just showing off the death sequence. We have the I am Turok quote. Classic. Basically, Turok needs to come in here, find the Chronoceptor pieces, find the keys so we can get each piece, and then kick the Campaigner out of here before he can take over the universe with it. Now that we have tech arrows, I'm going to use the bow, because now it's viable. I just killed a Purlin, one of the more annoying enemies in the game. I know I didn't make it seem like that, but if you're facing one without the proper weapon, it's not a lot of fun. Oh, and here's our second portal. You can run past those guys, and what will happen is the Velociraptor will start attacking them, and that's kind of cool. The dinosaurs are a neutral faction. They will attack whoever is nearby. They don't care. They're just predators. They will eat people. The humans we encounter are either in league with the campaigners' forces or are directly the campaigners' forces. So, yeah. I don't know who is in charge of creating these little portal death pits, but hey. You may have noticed that you can go over 100 health. Only happens if you find certain health icons. The blue one did nothing. That is a standard health icon. It just refills 25 health if you're below. That's a save point. The little silver ones are worth 2 points, and they will boost your health over 100. But if you get one of the gold ones, which I collected in that portal zone, yeah, that's brought us right up to 200. So here's another gameplay mechanic. Sometimes when you kill enemies, it will trigger events. So we're learning. And, surprise, surprise, we've found ourselves back at the very beginning of the level. And we're now unlocking these extra doors. Oh, here's another great example of gameplay design. Explosive shotgun shells along with Velociraptors. They take a few, about 3 shotgun shells and 5 or 6 pistol shots, but pick up the explosive shells and boom, it's a single shot to kill each of them, so that's a nice little show moment. And this is our third level 2 key. Now when we find the hub rooms, we can enter level 2. And I'm just going to quickly show off the level icons. So each of these is a key to a different hub. These ones on the left are chronoceptor pieces. As you can see, there are 2 different sets of level keys we can get in this first area. Well, I'm going to show off that purlins are in fact a little more durable than I earlier demonstrated. Be careful when they do that roll right there. If you are nearby, you will actually take damage because they will fall on you. So that's a nice little detail that the developers threw in here. These are leapers. They are generally more frustrating than effective, but there are big leapers which can be kind of annoying and can deal decent damage if you don't take them down fast. I think we see one up here. Oh, that one right there, the brown one. I'm just gonna leave it. Ooh. We got a new item up here, the Spiritual Invulnerability. Basically, we are now invincible and we have entered bullet time. Everything is slowed down and everything is sort of gone psychedelic. You don't find a lot of them in Turok, and I've never had too much of use for them, but they're it's kind of neat. It's cool. It's a power-up. One thing that I really enjoy about the Remastered Edition is that you set run to be on, and you burn through. I remember the N64 version just played a lot slower. Yeah, slower paced. Wasn't as much fun. Jumping back into this version after having not played Turok since the early mid-90s, whenever it came out, this was really breath of fresh air. This is going to be one of the funnest PC games I've played in a while. FPS PC games. It feels like when Serious Sam first came out. It's just the speed, the action. It just felt good. Felt good. No worrying about regenerating health or covers. It's pretty old school, but it's a lot of fun. So leapers, one thing that's frustrating about them is they can follow you underwater. Don't like that about them. You can only use the knife underwater. Later Turok games, you get additional weapons you can use underwater, but here it's just the knife. And if you're not careful, the leapers can take a few chunks out of you before you can get back to land, or before you can land a blow on you. I now have the assault rifle, though. It uses the same ammunition as the pistol, so be aware of that. And it fires in trios. Now that I have it, though, I'm basically never going to use the pistol again. These beetles go down in a single hit of the knife, so the knife is a great weapon to take them down. Oh, and because we're in a weird little Stonehenge type maze, this is a great time to have the overhead line map. I think more games should have that. Just want to make sure I don't miss anything because there are quite a few explosive shells around, as well as there are some important secret areas in here. They're not particularly well hidden, as you will see, but yeah, just around this corner, as you can see, the map says that it ends there, but there is clearly not a wall. So yeah. This right here, this piece of crystal, this is the first piece of the chronoceptor in the game. So, go us. It looks like the campaigners' men had found it and secured the location, but they're dead now, so we're gonna take it. The arrow, the longer you drop back, the further it will fly. I'm not sure if it does more damage, but it definitely will fly further. You can fire the arrows rather quickly, but they don't get a lot of distance. One of the drawbacks of the tech bow and the tech arrows, but oh, tech arrows cause awesome damage. Great weapon. You'll see I'm picking up a lot of grenades here. We won't actually get a weapon that can utilize the grenades for a few levels, but I'll start collecting the ammo for it now. Why not? That portal right there leads to the end of the level. We can't reach it yet, so we'll drop down this hole here. Oh, one thing I love about this game, Turok does not take fall damage. Unless it's a bottomless pit in which he'll just die, but Turok will not take damage from any non-fatal drop, which is great. I quite like that. I'll swim around a bit as well. Turok cannot hold his breath indefinitely, but he can hold his breath for a very long time. And there are some later sections where it seems like you're gonna swim forever, but you do not. This is our last key. We've done it. We got all the keys, all the chronoceptor pieces. The hub runes are complete. We can find the end of the level and move on. Here's another purlin. There are different kinds of purlins. The basic kind just sort of runs at you and slams the ground. That buddy right there shot fireballs, and I believe there's even a larger version that is more of a sponge, but we won't see that for a while. This here is the hub runes. We'll be coming back to this location quite a bit, because this is how we access different parts of the Lost Land. Level 5, there's level 3. We've now put the keys in and unlocked it, And level 2, the forest is... the jungle, sorry, right there. Okay, so next video we'll be going to the jungle. This here in the middle is our final confrontation, and I'm going to use a save point now, and I will catch you later. Thank you for watching.